Hello, welcome to the hydraulics class. That today's module will see the problems on pelton wheel. A pelton wheel develops a 2000 kilowatt under a head of 100 meters and with an overall efficiency of 85%. Find the diameter of the nozzle if the coefficient of velocity for the nozzle is 0.98. The given data will be power is 2000 kilowatts, H equals to 100 meters, overall efficiency is 85%, and CV is equals to 0.98. The first of all, you have to find the velocity of the jet. V is equals to CV under root of 2GH, that is 43.4 meters per second, and overall efficiency equals to power divided by WQH, P divided by WQH. So you know that Q you have to find out, that is Q equals to 2.4 meter cube per second. Now the total discharge of the wheel should be equal to the discharge through the jet. So Q is equals to pi V into pi by 4 d square. D, where D is the diameter of the nozzle. Diameter of the nozzle equals to 0.265 meters or 265 mm, that is. So second problem, that is the pelton wheel having a semicircular bucket and working under a head of 140 meters is running at 600 rpm. The discharge through the nozzle is 500 liters per second and the diameter of the wheel 600 mm. Find the power available at the nozzle, hydraulic efficiency of the wheel. Here the given data, that is the discharge, rate of discharge Q equals to 500 liters per second, H equals to 140 meters, and D is equals to 600 mm, that is of 0.6 meter, N equals to 600 rpm, CV is equals to 0.98, and pi is equals to semicircular, means that is a 0 degree, that is pi is equals to 0 degree for semicircular. Then you have to find the velocity of the jet. V is equals to CV under root of 2GH, that is 51.36 meters per second, and power available equals to WQH. W equals to 99.81 into rate of discharge, that is 0.5 meter cube per second, and H equals to 140 meters, so that is 686.7 kilowatt. And the velocity, tangential velocity of the wheel, that is pi dn divided by 60. Diameter of the wheel is 0.6 meter. Then velocity is 18.85 meters per second. Then hydraulic efficiency equals to 2 into small v into bracket capital V minus small v into bracket 1 plus cos pi divided by v square, where the capital V is the velocity of the jet and small v is the velocity of the wheel. That is velocity of the wheel, that is 18.85, and velocity of the jet is 51.36 meters per second. Then substituting in the hydraulic efficiency 92.9%, that is. Then third problem, when you have the pelton wheel working under a head of 500 meters produces 13,000 kilowatts at 430 rpm. If the coefficient of the wheel is 85%, determine the discharge of the turbine and B, diameter of the wheel. Diameter of the wheel, and C, the diameter of the nozzle. Assume the suitable data, that is. Here the given data, you have to take the H is equals to 500 meters, power equals to 13,000 kilowatt, N is equals to 430 rpm, overall efficiency is 85%. Then discharge of the turbine Q is equals to P divided by WQH. WQH, that is the Q will be taken that side, then the overall efficiency into H. Overall efficiency is given 85%. Therefore, the discharge equal to 3.12 meter cube per second. Then diameter of the wheel. Here the CV, you have to assume that 0.98, and velocity of the wheel. The velocity ratio is given, that is 0.46 V. V is the velocity of the jet. Velocity of the jet equals to CV under root of 2gh, that is a 97.1 meters per second, and tangential velocity of the wheel pi dn divided by 60, that is we are getting it is speed ratio will be taken as 0.46. Then diameter of the wheel is 2 meter. Then diameter of the nozzle, that is q is equals to pi by v into pi by 4 into d square. So 97.1 and pi by 4 into d square, d is the diameter of the nozzle. That then fourth problem we can have, that is in hydroelectric scheme, the distance between the high level of the reservoir at the top of the mountain and turbine is 1.6 kilometer, and the difference of their level is 500 meters, and the water is brought in 4 penstock and each of diameter of 0.9 meters connected to a nozzle of 200 diameter at the end. Find the power of each jet, total power available at the reservoir, taking the value of Laplace's coefficient of friction as 0.008. Here the given data are L equals to 1.6 kilometer, that is 1600 meters, H equals to 500, N equals to 4, and D is equals to 0.9, small d is equals to 200 that is 0.2 meter, F is equals to 0.008. Then power of each jet is the cross sectional area of the nozzle is equals to pi by 4 d square. Then velocity of the jet equals to CV under root of 2gh, that is 97.1 meter, and discharge through the each jet is equals to q is equals to a into v, so that is 3.05 meter cube per second. Then power of each jet equals to wqh, that is 14,960 kilowatt, and the total power available at the reservoir is the area of the penstock, that is 0.36 meters. 0.36 meters, and velocity of the water in the penstock equals to q by a, that is 4.8 meters per second, and head loss due to friction in each penstock, that is hf equals to 4 flv square divided by 2gd. Then you can substitute the values, you are getting it 66.8 meters, and the total power available at the reservoir is 10, that is the number of penstocks, wq into h plus hf. H equals to 500 and hf equals to 66.8. The total power is 67,836 kilowatt. The last, that is again the Priyanka powerhouse, then South India, that is equipped with a impulse turbine of pelton wheel type. Each turbine delivers a maximum power of 14,250 kilowatt, and when working under a head of 900 meters and running at running at 600 rpm, find the diameter of the jet and the mean diameter of the wheel. Take overall efficiency of the turbine as 89.2%. Here the given data are P is equals to 14,250 kilowatt, H is equals to 900 meters, and N is equals to 600 rpm. Efficiency is 89.2%. Then let D is equals to diameter of the jet. Let D is equals to diameter of the jet. Then overall efficiency equals to P divided by WQH. Then Q equals to 1.8 meter cube per second. And velocity of the jet equals to CV under root of 2GH, that is 130.2 meters per second. And now the discharge through the turbine is equal to the discharge through the nozzle, that is q is equals to v into pi by 4 small d square. So the diameter of the nozzle is 0.134 meter or 134 that is the mean diameter of the wheel. D is equals to capital D is equals to mean diameter of the wheel. Then velocity of the wheel is equals to, you have taken that velocity ratio, that is or speed ratio, v is equals small v is equals to 0.46 into capital V, that is 59.9 meters per second, and we know that v is equals to 5 dn divided by 60. and d is equals to diameter of the wheel, that is 1.9 meters.